Hey there! So today we have another review. This is a beer from Brewery Bhavana. So I've actually never had a beer from them before. They're out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Um, I've seen their tap room, at least in pictures. It looks beautiful. Really nice, clean look execution from them. This is Bloom, a dry cardamom triple. So uh, generally, I think a lot of people think that's boring, but I like the idea of like throwing like cardamom into your triple. That sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, let's try it out. It involves, I guess, one of the owners or brewers' experiences back in India, blah, blah, blah. So, 8.1%. I will say I just poured this out and didn't really pour with much head and CO2 kind of locking to it. So, if you're making triple, I would argue that's one of the cooler things or one of the actual stylistic things you should be doing with triple. But it is what it is. The flavor and all that cool stuff is what's most important, right? Beer comes in a really nice kind of light to medium gold color, a little bit of haze on that. Yeah, mostly smells like triple. A little bit of banana, a little bit of bubblegum, some of those kind of like clovey, spicy phenolics going on, a little bit of like white pepper. And then, yeah, a little bit of that cardamom kind of thing going on. It smells quite nice. Cheers. Nice dry beer. Nice triple. Again, when drinking like a high ABV Belgian ale, it's just, part of the experience is it's that head and the foam and the carbonation and the dryness. You're lacking, the dryness is sort of there, but to get to the dryness, you want that kind of fluffiness up front, and it sort of exaggerates the experience of the dryness on the palate. Without that, you sort of lack that, right? If that makes any sense to you? It's sort of like about context, right? When something has that fluffiness and chewiness of that kind of carbonation, all that cool stuff going on, the beer perceives drier, but at least in my mind. Yeah, the beer drinks pretty well. Not overly phenolic, not overly fruity. Nice touch of banana ester going on. Some of the pear esters, a little bit of white pepper, a nice like honeyed sweetness malt in the middle, and then I also get a theme of that kind of cardamom. What do you call cardamom? It's like it's got this kind of like it's actually in this kind of season-ish thing going on that sort of hits up this kind of like spice rack, kind of like fall autumn thing going on, which actually worked quite well on the palate with the beer as well. Mm-hmm. Nice dryness for 8.1% beer. What is that? Yeah, a little bit of like plasticky phenolic thing too, which is quite nice. It's good beer. It's good beer. For me, this works. Like, just that hint of cardamom is really nice. It sort of like makes a beer sort of like different than like a traditional Belgian triple. It makes it a little bit interesting, which is fun. But part of the experience of, I guess the context is like, it's actually fine where it is, but like as you drink it, you're like, well, I wish I sort of got a triple out of it. So now this goes into the issue of, like, nah, you're not good at dishes. Like, sometimes it's, I always have this argument, like, what are we trying to do here? Are we trying to enjoy the product for what it is or for what the label says? Because what the label says, it says triple, and I want some, I want a nice moussey head. I want the lacing. I want the whole Belgian experience. Obviously, we don't have that here. What's in the glass? How does that taste? I lean on liking that more, right? Like blind tasting, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you call it, what you name it, what brand, it's how much you spent, blah, blah. What does it taste like in the glass? I can clearly tell it's a higher ABV Belgian blonde colored ale. It honestly, I will say, lacks a little bit of back end. After 2/3 or 3/4 of the palate, it's actually a little bit watery. Doesn't really have much complexity to linger on the palate. Makes the beer actually quite drinkable. For 8.1%, it's actually dumb drinkable. It's actually really scary. This beer is 8%, and that's what Belgians do well. But now you think about Belgian beer, again, full blind. At least I'm obviously not full blind, but like in the back of my head, I'm full blind. It sort of lacks like the stuff I'm looking for, carbonation, head retention, and all that fun stuff. It's good beer. It's good beer. Um, it's quite expensive too. Quality of this beer, what it tastes like. Again, the lack of head is actually a big issue. Like not even just in the world of triples, like just being a Belgian 8% ale, like whatever. Like now you think about like bottle conditioning, all this fun stuff. Just by itself, it just lacks head retention and carb kind of attack. 87. 87, that is Bloom. Nice attempt. I like it. It's cool. A little bit of cardamom in there. Fun Belgian beer. Until next time, guys. Cheers later.